a lot of people try to throw in too many variables in the exit. But if you just do like 1 hour exit and test that and see how that works out, and if that's profitable, then you know that the entry is at least pretty decent, right?
Hey, it's Walter here, and you're at the Think Profit podcast, where we're going to help you develop a rock-solid trading confidence and avoid the potentially endless cycle of system switching. Right, Hugh?
That's right. We're going to help you develop a wealth mindset, develop a trading strategy that fits your core personality, and help you overcome the obstacles that stop over 90% of traders.
All right, Hugh, sounds good. You ready to go?
Yeah, let's do this.
Hey, Hugh. So I got a question here from a trader. He says, hey, I'm not making profits. I have losing trades and winning trades, but I always end up at break even. For months and months now, my account doesn't seem to surpass the amount I've deposited. I feel like I'm stuck in the same place. I really want to become an expert and consistently profitable trader. So what should I do?
Yeah.
So
I think
any thoughts on that? Yeah.
I think it comes down to initially, like we mentioned before, the record keeping, right? Keeping good records on what you're doing, on your intuitions before you enter the trade, any thoughts after you exit the trade, screenshots, making sure you're following your system, seeing if your results are in line with your back testing. Also just trying to improve, like trying to get just a little bit better, just 1% better a week or something like that. And always try to figure out different ways to optimize your skills and improve your skills. And that's what I would say.
Yeah. I think the record keeping thing is really good because a lot of people don't know what's going on. Mm-hmm. So when you have good records, like maybe there are certain pairs, certain strategies, certain times of the day where you just shouldn't be entering trades, right? You shouldn't be trading. Like I was surprised when I found out that the dollar yen wasn't working for me on a certain daily setup, on a specific daily kangaroo setup. I thought, oh, that's interesting. I didn't realize that. So you're going to find patterns there, but more than that, is the numbers. So knowing average winner and average loser, we know, if you want to make your so like this trader it sounds like basically break even or gets up to break even, and so
it's a good place to be.
Yeah, it's a good place to be. It's a great feeling to know that you can at least get back to your original balance. And then now all you really need to do is to fatten up your average profit. Now there's a couple ways to do that. You can cut your losers faster. So instead of letting them hit the stop loss, you could time them out. Like I take a trade on the 12-hour charts, and after 36 hours, my trade isn't really going in my direction, 3 12-hour candles, 36 hours, boom, I just pull out, right? You could do that. You could also increase your average winner by changing your exit rules so that your average winners are fattened up a bit. And that could be as simple as just splitting up your trade. So if you currently right now have like a 2-to-1 target where you're going for 100 pips on 50 pips risk, you could do that on half the position. And the other half, you have a trailing exit. Ideally, in the perfect world, if you have a really good trade, it'll go and go and go for you. So that's what I would say. I would say definitely the record keeping thing, and remembering that there are ways to improve your average winner. Usually it's easiest to change the way you get out of losers or change the way you get out of winners. Most people focus on the entry signal. Can certainly be a place for improvement. Like if you find that your entry signal is not giving you anything, then for sure. But in most cases, people are pretty good. I mean, there's enough entry signals out there that are pretty good, that are available freely anywhere you go on the internet, right? You can find these entry signals everywhere. It's going to be more about how you manage your losers and how you manage your winners. It's going to fatten that, And remember, like casinos, think about casinos. They just make a small percentage of the volume. Like like on slot machines, they only make like 3% or something like that of the. So, I mean, it depends on where they are, if they're on the strip, off the strip and all that. But the point is, like the volume goes through these machines and they just skim off a little bit and they pay out everything. Like 97%, 98%, 95% is all paid back. And so as a trader, if you kind of think like that, you go, okay, hang on. So I feel like I'm losing, but really, if you're just able to make a little tiny percentage every week, every quarter, every month, whatever it is, that's actually, you're like a casino, And obviously the more trades that go through the system, if they're executed correctly and the system's a good one, then the profits will accumulate. So just keep that in mind, that it doesn't have to be a thing where you just get a straight 45-degree equity curve. And those are usually martingale anyway. Like those are usually some element of martingale, and those are bad news, as we all know, right?
Yeah. And I think a good place to start too, like you're talking about entries, is just to have a 1R exit and then see how that works. I think a lot of people try to throw in too many variables in the exit, but if you just do like 1R exit and test that and see how that works out, and if that's profitable, then you know that the entry is at least pretty decent, right?
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. And a lot of traders I know are using the R based exit too. So like you say, like they'll if it goes to 1R, they go to break even. If it goes to 2R, they go to 1R. If it goes to 5R, the stop loss goes to 3R. It goes to if it goes beyond like 6, 7R, then it goes to 5R. And they just trail by R. You can do that too, which is so simple, like mechanically done. It's really easy to do. So yeah, there are a lot of really cool things about exits that people don't even think about.
Yeah. Cool. All right. Thanks, Walter.
Thanks.
All information in this podcast is for educational and informational purposes only and is not trading or investment advice.